Earn it. That basically refutes, dismisses, not just my whole career, my whole life. At what point, what are we talking about from going from dashing to Stardust to the main event? From the undercard to the EVP, this derelict wolf who threw himself to the wilderness and came back the leader of the whole pack. Earn it! I am it! Earn it. That basically refutes, dismisses, not just my whole career, my whole life. At what point, what are we talking about from going from dashing to Stardust to the main event? From the undercard to the EVP, this derelict wolf who threw himself to the wilderness and came back the leader of the whole pack. Earn it! I am it! Earn it. That basically refutes, dismisses, not just my whole career, my whole life. At what point, what are we talking about from going from dashing to Stardust to the main event? From the undercard to the EVP, this derelict wolf who threw himself to the wilderness and came back the leader of the whole pack. Earn it! I am it!
You know, what's up, unit, first of all? Make sure I got some playback on you guys, man. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear? Can BC rock out with today's amped up podcast featuring the review for 410's Monday Night Raw? Do you guys got me? Check, check. You guys got me? Yep, unit. You guys got me loud and clear? I'm a little muffled. Oh, there we go. That sounded good. All right. Awesome. There we go. All right, BC can rock now. I got playback. Good, good, good. What's up, everybody? Over 100 on the ups so far. That's badass. We can do even better than that, even though we're just getting started. But I appreciate the 100 plus that smashed that up. Helps out the algorithm later. I wanted you guys to hear that 3 times up front, right? I am so glad that they put that into the promo last night. Earn it. Struggle? Adversity? Me? Of all fucking people? What do you need me to do? Get eaten by sharks? A pack of hyenas? Do you need me to get ran over by a monster truck? What do you need me to do, bro? 4 months of getting my fucking ass kicked, losing the Roman, getting destroyed by Brock Lesnar, literally getting ran over by a monster truck. What do you want from me, bro? Have you followed my fucking career? Did you see me wrestle Hell in a Cell with that torn fucking pec, get back on time, win the fucking Rumble, show up when my opponent didn't want to work Mondays and barely work Fridays? The fuck more you want me to do, bro? I love how he said, earn it. I am it. I am the story. I'm the one guy who doesn't need the struggle story, the adversity. I've lived it. I'm the one guy who doesn't need the redemption story that Bubba Ray in his simple-mindedness needs. In fact, for Bubba Ray, who thinks it was the right call on Sunday, hey, Bubba, you dumb fuck, did you listen to the crowd when Cody came out? Did you listen while he was talking about the Roman situation? And did you hear it fall flat the moment he started talking about Brock Lesnar? Did you hear the crowd instantly turn a switch like they couldn't care less? Because there's no reason to latch onto it. Now, Cody versus Brock should be badass. You would think. On paper and reality. I mean, that's a badass match, you would think, right? Not so fast. Not so fast. Why are we not giving a fuck about it? Why can we not grasp our full focus around this match It's because it was not done correctly, Bubba. See, you made the same mistake a lot of people made on Sunday night until this very day. You're giving WWE the benefit of the doubt. That's adorable. They have not earned it. They have not earned that benefit of the doubt that you think they're going to last another 4 months, 6 months, maybe a year to get a redemption story. They can't even get to Backlash and give you a redemption story. You honestly think this company's gonna fucking give you a story that you're gonna sink your teeth into and wait 4 months to SummerSlam and it's gonna be better than Mania? Fuck that. Fuck you, Bubba. Bubba. It's gonna be even better, they said. Listen to that fucking promo, because I did a couple of times. I've listened to it a couple of times already. And the audience falls flat live. Because there's no explanation of why Brock did the thing. Hey, Unit, do you realize there's still no explanation? We're told we think it is because he went on first and he was unhappy about that. And then there's some people going, well, you gotta let the story play out, man. You gotta let the story play out, dude. But you see, I don't know why you're fucking flipping out so fast. It's a story. Even Cody alluded last night, he thinks there's more to it. Well, motherfucker, we're gonna be at 2 to 3 weeks to go before Brock even fucking anybody tells us the semblance of reasoning. Backlash will be in a couple weeks from that point. It's all the next Raw is gonna be the fucking 17th of April. Backlash is the 6th of May. We have 3 Raws left. Basically, let it play out, man. We're going to find out the amazing reason. No, the reason was because the title is now on Cody, and that's what Brock was waiting for. The belt to get off of Roman because he couldn't face Roman. So it goes on Cody. That would be a reason that we would latch on and believe that Brock would do that. Now, poor Cody has to show up in the middle of the ring and be like, well, I don't even know why. I'm being told that he went on first and he's unhappy. That's what we're going with? We're going with that and let it play out, guys. We're going to get the badass reason why this happened, and it's going to be even bigger than a title. No, it's not. WWE doesn't... Do you realize? Do you fucking realize? You know the tagline of this channel. No stupid people allowed. So if you stumbled across this channel and you're stupid... Get the fuck out, or I can show you das door by das boot. Do you realize, if you use common sense and logic, what is happening here? Do you understand? Let BC tell you, because I've studied this company for fucking over 30 fucking years, 3 decades plus. What is happening is WWE, Vincent Kennedy, and your beloved precious HHH, nobody has a fucking clue what they're doing right now. They just said, Cody, Brock, main event for Puerto Rico. We need a big match. It was going to be for the title. We got stupid, called an audible, kept it on Roman, let him go on his fucking little vacay because he doesn't want to work. And here we are with Cody and Brock for no fucking reason. So here we are 2 Monday Night Raws past Mania. And we don't know why Brock fucking beat the shit out of Cody as bad as he did. You would have thought that fucking Cody fucked Sable. You would have thought he literally fucked his wife and he took a beating like that. No, you went on first. I'm mad. Well, fuck, now we gotta see what happens at Backlash. This feud has been ignited to an all-time amplified high. I don't know how we cannot watch Backlash. I have to find out if Cody gets the revenge for going on first. Or last. How dare he goes on last. This is one of the best storylines I've ever seen in pro wrestling. Fucking A, man. Thank goodness for HHH and VKM. But Bubba said it was going to be amazing. Bubba, did you hear the end of Cody's promo? It was almost silent. At the beginning, massive pop. Everyone loved it. Cody chants, you deserve it, everything. When he was talking about the Roman situation, we were at the edge of our seat, man. Come on, dig, spit. Talk about the motherfuckers that wanted you to earn it, and that's why we're in this situation. And he was spitting. And then he got to the Brock Lesnar. You can listen to it for yourself, folks. BC's not telling you anything you don't know. It's not my opinion. It's facts. When he got to the Brock situation, the fans fell off. Nobody can invest into it. That's the problem, Ray Dudley. You fucking stupid. The problem is they're not going to do this right. You saw it the night after Mania. You saw it again last night. And by now, Bubba, you should know that WWE doesn't have a clue what they're doing with Cody and Brock. Their goal right now is just to get to Puerto Rico and have the fucking match. They don't even give a fuck what the story is. That's the fucking truth. All because the title went and stayed on fucking Roman. And Roman's not there last night. Why would Roman work a fucking random Monday? He probably won't show up the fucking SmackDown on Friday. You're not gonna see fucking Roman at Backlash. You think he's got the time to go to fucking Puerto Rico even though he lives in fucking probably Tampa Bay, I believe? Just a few hours away, but no! He's gonna have his martini and he's gonna scoff at everybody that thought that was the right decision. Meanwhile, Cody's making all the dates. Cody's going to all these countries. Cody's trying to make another fucking feud with another part-timer that doesn't want to show up to work. So Cody's going to have to put another fucking feud on his fucking back. The reasoning they are giving us for Brock and Cody not only does not make sense, it is stupid. And if you think I'm going to let that fly under the radar, you don't know what fucking channel you're on. I don't allow stupidity on the fucking channel, and we don't talk stupidity. If you're going to keep the title on Roman, you better damn make sure that everything, and I do mean everything, afterwards is prestigious. Everything. You better tighten up all those bolts. All your ducks better be in a row. Because if you do something stupid, like keep the title on Roman, knowing that he's going away, not going to work Backlash, and he's going to be even more part-time than ever before going into the summer, and Cody's going to be working all these dates, Mondays, Fridays, who the fuck knows, country after country. If you make that decision Sunday night, you better be flawless going forward. And they didn't even have the time of fucking day to come up with a good Brock storyline with Cody. That is a fucking problem. That is a fucking problem. And last night, Cody's in the middle of the ring trying to sell a Brock feud by himself. And Cody is giving the words of, well, it's because he went on first, we think. And Cody has to somehow regurgitate that to us? Cody has to regurgitate that, us making Cody look like a fucking doofus. And Cody is putting the company on his back. They are, through bad booking, through bad booking, tremendously horrific booking, they're making who should be stars like Cody right now look like fucking geeks. You had the pop, everybody's chanting for Cody, and then you go into this weird Brock Lesnar talk, and everybody fell off the radar. Were they as silent as when fucking Mia Yim Munchkin came out later? No, you would have thought Omos was out there when Munchkin came out. That was the only time the crowd fell off even more. If you don't see the holes already in this Cody Rhodes booking going forward, you're not fucking viewing it properly. You got your rose-colored glasses on. There is already great concerns, and we're only a full week off of Mania, that they are not going to book Cody properly going forward. You're already seeing that. And you want me to invest 4 months in a redemption story? Like Cody said last night, earn it? I am it. I'm the one son of a bitch that wouldn't need a redemption story, you would think. My whole career has been redemption. But people like use wrestling terminology to try to sound relevant and smart. Bubba, Paul Heyman gave you a big fucking opportunity back in the day. Vince McMahon thought you were a good clown act, and you were willing to put your fucking body through every fucking Home Depot appliance imaginable. That's the only reason you stayed relevant. Otherwise, you just got your little funky glasses on, you fat piece of shit, and you would have been another irrelevant mid-carder for the rest of eternity. In fact, to BC, that's all you'll ever be. I will never go back and watch a Bubba Ray match, you piece of shit. Your knowledge of pro wrestling is mediocre at best. Your best days were as a bully in TNA Impact. The only reason Vince kept you around is because he laughed at you powerbombing Mae Young through tables. Other than that, you are literally forgettable to the most amplified of levels. Fuck you, Bubba. You can't bully the unbullyable. Your takes on pro wrestling are pretty much the worst in the industry. And you keep trying to double down and triple down. This was the right decision, even after what happened last week. And then this week. And you refuse to call WWE out on their fucking bullshit. WWE has failed miserably. Call it out, Bubba. But I do like Cody Rhodes telling those fans that think he needs to earn it. Earn it? I am it. I am literally the definition of a redemption story, and you need to see me get beat up and lose a few more times before SummerSlam or next year or WrestleMania 45 or whenever's good for your fucking timetable. Meanwhile, the rest of us have to fucking wait months more just to get what should have happened on the grandest stage because it wasn't enough redemption. He didn't earn it enough. I do like that for Cody Rhodes. The Brock Lesnar shit makes zero sense. The Brock Lesnar shit put the crowd to sleep when they were hyped up to listen to Cody Rhodes. They were hanging on his every word. They were at the edge of their seat. We were into the Cody promo. And then he started talking about the Brock shit, and it just doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't make sense, you've lost us before you even had us. Unit! What's rockin'? JR9 Gaming up in here. Crazy Country, Johnny Descare, TKG, Cosmic, Dwayne, Jasmine, Eric Leno, Top Tier JB. Got some super chats as well. I'll go over those coffees at the end of this show, man. Everybody throwing BC a coffee. There was a couple coffees thrown before I went live. You guys are absolutely going to get a double shout out. Appreciate that very much. Smash those ups. We're almost at 200 live, man. We haven't even gotten to the review on today's Amped Up podcast for Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. What's up, everybody? We're going to talk Trish Stratus. A heel turn last night. That was in the books before Mania. They finally actually pulled the trigger on that. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk new tag team champions. Right call, right decision. We'll see. Travel issues, but somehow Scooter McGee fucking shows up, man. Scooter McGee fucking probably got on his little scooter, told Sami to get on his fucking back, and they pushed the hydro rocket button. They pushed the rocket button, and they zoom right over to fucking Seattle via the scooter. He left his shoes and his luggage or something because he was still fucking barefoot as fuck, running in from outside. There's Tootsie's McGee with fucking Sami saving the day last night from a main event that we just saw 4 weeks ago. Yeah, people forgot about that, right? It was the same main event we saw 4 weeks ago, guys. The only difference, that main event 4 weeks ago was a no-holds-barred match, I believe. So this was just the Dollar General version of the main event. So how can you not be excited to wait 3 hours of a show to see the same match we saw 4 weeks ago? The only difference, it was more fun 4 weeks ago. How does that not excite you? But there'll be people that go, that goes to show you that it's not going to... This is not going to get through to some people if you don't use common sense and logic, man. If you want people to be invested in a 3-hour show, you might want to give them fresh shit, Give them a reason to stick around for 3 hours. If you were okay with Owens versus Solo. And you're going to use, well, travel issues, basically. Well, no, Sami was there a full hour at least before he went out there, by the way. You could have still done that, but that was a rematch from 4 weeks ago, too, which was already planned. Sami versus Solo was the original match. They did that 4 weeks ago as well on SmackDown. Sami took a Samoan spike. Solo won the match. Yeah, don't forget about this shit, guys. So that was already advertised. Travel issues didn't change anything but just the fucking tag champs. It was another rematch that we just saw 4 weeks ago on a downgraded scale. My point is, if you want people to stick around for the 3 hours, give us something to stick around for, man. A lot of us are not going to forget that shit. A lot of my unit is not going to just forget that. But some people will fucking say, I liked it. I don't mind that at all. It's coming out of Mania, and that's what you're gonna get. I'm glad you don't mind it, because guess what you're gonna get at Backlash? The Usos and Solo versus Sami and Kevin Owens again. This time just with Scooter McGee. Scooter McGee is gonna be involved, and everyone's like, I can't wait for this. What's the difference? We've been seeing this for months. The only difference is Scooter McGee is in the match now. How does that really excite you guys, man? Man, I wish you could have experienced wrestling back in the day when it was truly exciting. If this excites you, it is sad how far we've had to lower the bar just to what is the standard now of excitement. A 6-man tag at Backlash with the same fucking people just inherited a Scooter McGee. That's the only thing we've done. We just brought in Scooter. That's fine if it excites you. That's fine if that's good for you. Fans like BC, we need another level of excitement, I guess. So when are we going to get our shit? You're telling us our bar is too high? No, our bar is fucking low, actually. We've had to readjust our bar as well. We've had to move the goalpost. We had to move them in. In today's world, everybody likes to move the goalpost wider, right? We've had to move them in for WWE. Solidify the focus. Make them focus. We've had to move them up and move up to the front. They're in the end zone already kicking this thing. And they don't have to look about how wide it is. Right there. You're literally already in the end zone. Just kick it right there between this and this. Don't look to your right. Don't look to your left. Don't get panicky. It's right there. And they still miss. We have raised our shit as far as what we expect from a long time ago. Then we've had to bring it all the way down low, and you guys want us to drop it down even more. Like it's a fucking game of limbo. How low can you go? We can't go any more lower. You're going to break your back. Raise your standards a little bit. Do you know Matt Riddle is scheduled for every show going forward? But what about the brand split? We were told there was a draft, so now more than ever you have to solidify who's blue and who's red. Why is Rey Mysterio kicking the fucking night off last night? 2 weeks in a row, he's in Raw matches. Nobody asked this. BC, don't worry, don't ask the questions, just enjoy the wrestling. No. You want that? Go to other channels. There's 1,000 of them out there. Go to another channel and have a ball as they tell you everything you want to hear. Because here we're going to talk about all the holes in the game. Iyo. Man, we got to talk Iyo. That was one of the bright spots of last night. Iyo Shirai, Iyo Sky. We're going to get to that. Salute, unit. Let's get into this show. What do you say? That's my cold open. Nearly a half an hour. Over 200 on the ups. We haven't even gotten to the review yet. Appreciate it. Let's smash 300 live. Might as well. Let's stay fucking amplified. show everybody what the fuck we're doing on this Tuesday morning. We are rocking out like only the Amplified unit can do. Red team, go! And my gold unit, activate those fucking gold cards. A lot new channel members recently. I would love to, if this doesn't take too long, I still got battery power, I would like to do a roll call at the end of this Amped Up podcast. All my channel members, I want to give you a special shout out. If for some reason I can't, I'll definitely get it the next podcast. But there's a lot of new channel members this week, man. So I want to make sure you guys know just how important that is, man. My gold card members, they have a lot of responsibility on this channel, and I hold them up to another regard. So we kick this show off Monday, April 10th, 2023 with Ray and Dum Dum, as Rhea Ripley calls him. Rey Mysterio, Dominic. There's an exchange of words, and this sets up Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Of course, this makes no sense because Rey is on SmackDown, so why would he start a Raw show? It doesn't make sense, right? This guy is a SmackDown star. They got us losing our dome pieces. They got us. They're trying to confuse us. I have to double check sometimes. I gotta check the public roster page and see where they're at. Yes, Rey Mysterio is pretty blue. Pretty fucking blue. But here he is. 2 weeks in a row. And he's on fucking 2 weeks in a row. And he's on Monday Night Raw. Now, that's not even the start of it, by the way. Eric Newton, welcome to the gold status card crew, bro. Eric Newton just became a gold member yet again. Salute to Eric Newton. One of my tried and trues, by the way. The gold card is the icing on the fucking cake. Salute, bro. Eric Newton. Eric Newton. Much love and respect, bro. Pretty badass. Love seeing new channel members hop on board. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Hey, get the fuck up, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to listen to Monday Night Raw. You're going to fucking listen. You need to tell motherfuckers coming in that there's no stupid people allowed. Are you fucking serious? Pissed off Paulito wanted to run away. You stay right the fuck there, pissed off Paulito. This always fucking happens. Every time I bring somebody, they don't want to listen to the Raw review. You're fucking staying put, and if you try to run away again, I'll smash you and then put you back up on the pedestal. Trying to run away because it's Monday Night Raw. I don't give a shit. You're gonna fucking stay. Where was I? All right. So, Mysterio versus Balor. Now, Mysterio is blue brand. We get it. Dominic knocks out his father with a chain, and Balor hits coup de grace for the victory. So after a big win over his son at WrestleMania, Rey has now lost 2 straight matches, both on Monday Night Raw. Last week against Theory, now against Balor. Because if they allowed Rey to collect consistent wins, that may be considered momentum. And of course, WWE cannot have a wrestler have momentum. No! That is a sin in WWE. Rey Mysterio have momentum? Now you got a 50-50 book. See, Balor lost at Hell in a Cell's WrestleMania match. So Balor now gets 50-50 booked here and gets to defeat Rey. Rey wins at WrestleMania, then loses 2 Raw matches in a row. We 50-50 book this shit. That's what we do. We 50-50 book these wrestlers until they cannot get to the next level. They can't become what they're destined to be. We can't appreciate them the way we would love to because WWE won't allow it because WWE doesn't even do it. So Rey is not just losing 2 matches in a row. Rey Mysterio is losing back-to-back weeks on Monday Night Raw. Not even his brand. And there's no reasoning for it. None at all. Nobody even in that company wants to give us a reason, like a wild card rule, which was dumb anyway, or a brand invitational, or post-WrestleMania hostility, so we opened up the doors for both rosters. There's no excuse. Nobody knows why. The same care and effort went into this as went into the Brock Lesnar-Cody feud, and I use that loosely. So that's how we start the fucking night off. Nearly the entire first half an hour, Rey and Dom having a bickering fucking family feud, and then it leads into Balor defeating this SmackDown talent, coup de grace. Backstage, we see that Lita was attacked. When Becky Lynch walks up, it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez that's at the scene of the crime. So it's a whodunit, right? One of those whodunit stories. Lita is knocked out. She's down and out anyway. Liv and Raquel are there, but you clearly are thinking Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey did it. But then you see Trish Stratus walk up to Becky and say, I'll take Lita's place in the tag team title match later. So then you're thinking, could it have been Trish Stratus, not Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey? So it's a little bit of a whodunit. We end hour number 1 with that tag title match. Becky Lynch and Lita. Lita, again, replaced by Trish Stratus. So it's Becky and Trish versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This was actually a really good match if you love botches. Oh, I'm kidding. Come on, relax. I'm kidding. I joke. I kid because I care. Oh, come on. I'm playing around. Yes, there was botches and shit, but listen, they went 20-something minutes. Trish Stratus should not be in a 20-something minute match. We want to see long matches, especially for the ladies at times, no doubt. And not at times in general on these Raws and SmackDowns, we would like to see longer matches at times when it fits the scenario. Other than that, Raw and SmackDown television shows need to be used to boost the storylines. The premium live events and shit, that's where we want the longer matches. But, okay, we'll take a match or two that's a little bit longer, especially for the ladies. But Trish Stratus in a 20-something minute match, that's asking a lot. She just came back. So, of course, there was a lot of botches and shit, and Trish was a little rough. This thing, again, nearly 20 minutes in length. Stratus gets rolled up. Rolled up by Liv Morgan. Now, I know it's been a while, Trish, but a roll-up? Rolled up by Liv Morgan. 1, 2, 3. Morgan and Raquel become the new tag team champions in WWE for the ladies. Now, I don't know. That's not what I expected when Lita and Becky became title holders. I honestly thought it was to start a division. This was the last chance opportunity, right? We're finally going to start this. Something that Sasha and Bayley tried to do, something that Sasha and Naomi tried to do, and now Lita and Becky are going to do it. We're hoping, right? And here we are just a month or two later, tops. And they're dropping the titles to Liv and Raquel. Now, I love Liv Morgan. I'm so glad to see her win a title, have some spotlight. I do not need to, nor do I want to see her in a tag team with Raquel. I think that's belittling Liv Morgan. But that's what we got right now. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel as tag champions. And I just don't think that this hot potato with the tag titles is going to create a meaningful division. And especially not if you're going to do it with the fruity roll-up. So the way that it was done, the passing of the titles like it's a merry-go-round, like it's just literally a game of hot potato, I don't think that's going to help out the tag division in the state that it's in. So I question this call big time. Post-match, Stratus turns on Lynch. Stratus turns on Herman. A right hand to the dome piece. That was just awful. I don't know if Trish just didn't go all in on it. Becky did the best she could. She just dropped when she felt any contact. But I don't know what Trish was thinking with that right hand. And then she followed it up with some Stratusfaction. A nice Stratus kick to the dome piece. That dropped Becky. That landed much more pristine. There was a rumored Stratus heel turn going into Mania. Well, here it was. Now you start thinking, is she the one that attacked Lita maybe? Was it not Ronda and Shayna that we find out? That's the fun part of a whodunit, is you usually have a few different culprits. But Trish Stratus going into SummerSlam as a heel, that's fine, man. It wouldn't be on my things to do list. If I'm a creator, I'm not really going with that. But we can take that into the summer. You got to remember, Trish excels in this heel role. There was a heel turn by Trish long ago that was just brilliantly done. I think it was with Christian and Chris Jericho, I want to say. It was definitely with Christian. I want to say the one they were working with was Chris Jericho. And Trish Stratus turned on Jericho, I believe, joined forces with Christian. I don't think I have it backwards. Somebody will correct me in the chat, but I remember it was those players, and Trish had a phenomenal heel turn. It was even much better done than this, by the way. But my point is that Trish thrives in this situation. For anybody that thinks, oh man, I don't know how Trish is going to do here. Trish loves this shit. Trish did a lot of heel work with Mr. McMahon back in the day, too. A lot of people forget that. So my point is, it wouldn't be on my things to do list, but I don't mind this. You get over to a SummerSlam Becky Lynch match, you let Becky beat her, which should be happening, and this is fun for Becky. Becky gets to be a tag title holder with a legend like Lita, gets to be in a big SummerSlam match with an icon like Trish, and this keeps Becky away from the title. Why can't they do shit like that with Charlotte more times? Why does Charlotte always have to be in a title picture? That's what we don't want. You're forcing it. Becky has things going. It might not be immaculate. It might not be pristine. It could be done a billion times better. I get it, guys. Trust me. But at least Becky's relevant with this shit. She didn't fall off the radar. And if you want to have a fucking Becky match where she defeats an icon like Trish at SummerSlam when you know you weren't going to have Becky going for a title at SummerSlam, I'm cool with it, bro. Now, I don't know if they rush this to Puerto Rico. I don't know if they rush this to a Saudi. But it's easily a SummerSlam quality match. So we'll see where they go with that, man. I don't mind this. I don't like the call of Lita and Becky already dropping that before they did anything of relevance with the tag division. They just went into a WrestleMania 6-woman tag match with the tag titles with Trish against all of Damage Control. That's all they did, guys. There's no meaningful or memorable tag title match that they had. I think they had one on Monday Night Raw that was in the league of memorable, but because I already forgot it, it wasn't exactly memorable. Hope that makes sense. This is just, I don't understand why we did anything that we did. And obviously they want Shayna and Ronda to defeat Liv and Raquel. That's pretty obvious. That's probably going to be at SummerSlam, which means you got to wait another 4 months and try to build Ronda and Shayna. Good luck with that. But does that mean that Liv and Raquel get 4 months as champions? Hey, let's try to create a division in that time. What a concept. Trish Stratus goes heel. Ask my unit if you don't mind. Do you guys like the Stratus heel turn? Do you guys like the Stratus heel turn? It'll be up in your chat in 10 seconds. I'm interested to see. I need at least, we'll say 100 of you guys to vote, if you don't mind, to make this an actual vote. I need at least 100 of you guys. It'll be up in the chat within the next 10 seconds. All you got to do is just press a button, man. If you like the heel turn, just press yes. If you don't, smash the no. And we'll see what my unit is thinking on this Trish Stratus heel turn. I needed at least 100. Guys, we got that in about 10 seconds. No lie. You guys are the best. In about 10 seconds, we have over 100 votes. 72% say yes, you do like the heel turn. It's going to lead to better than what we have. 30% currently say no, I don't like the heel turn. 70 to 30. I'll keep that up a little bit longer then. Let's go over 150. We'll see if we can reach maybe 200. Is that being ballsy? 200 in less than 2 minutes? At this rate, it's going to be 200 in less than a minute. We're already at $1.75 unit. $1.75. We got 70 and 30. I'll let it go to 200, but it looks like most of you guys think the turn was the good way to go here. Buck 90, 70-30, and I will give it another 10 seconds, man. But it doesn't look like that's going to move too much. 70-30 looks to be like the vote. I'm going to end it right there, unit. 70-30 is the vote. After 200. The results will be in your chat within the next 15 seconds. 70-29 is the official count after nearly 200 votes in about less than 2 minutes. So there you go. You guys are pretty much on board with it too. We weren't going to get much else. Trish was probably just going to go home, do yoga, be a mom, and do her little business endeavors. Good for her. But the fact that she signed on through SummerSlam, I'm okay with it, man. I think she's going to get better in the ring as time goes on, guys. You know, this has only been a couple of matches since she's been back. They gave her 20 minutes on Raw, guys. That's a lot. And she was in there a lot. So I understand it was a fumbled match, but I expect it to be much better going into Slam if they want to have that match. So we'll see. Thank you guys for participating. I wanted to see where you guys stood on that heel turn. And that was the end of hour one. So again, guys, all that happened in hour one was Rey Mysterio got beat by Balor, a SmackDown talent wrestling the first match of Raw, because that makes sense, because Brand Split, of course. And then we had a tag title match with Trish as a replacement. Trish gets rolled up by Liv Morgan, new tag team champions, Liv and Raquel, and Trish does the heel turn over Becky Lynch. We go into hour number two, and I gotta tell you guys, the first half hour was so fucking strange of hour number two. The first half hour of hour two, we had a backstage interview with Paul Heyman talking about Riddle and Sami having travel issues. So tonight, Owens will be all alone in his match with Solo Sikoa. Then we see Bayley come out of Adam Pearce's office. She assures Iyo and Dakota they'll have another title opportunity in the future. Iyo and Dakota accuse Bayley of looking out for herself because she's going to be in this triple threat match later. And it might determine the next challenger for Bianca Belair's Raw championship. So they were looking at Bayley like she's looking out for herself. So there was some tension teased there. We already know the breakup is imminent. And then after a full half an hour into the second hour, we finally get the Bronson Reed-Bobby Lashley advertised match. They wrestled to a count out. Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed, a count out, double count out. It's exactly what BC said in yesterday's podcast. This is a pay-per-view worthy match and feud. It's the right call. I would not even have them in a match last night. Build up an actual story, what a concept, and then put them on a pay-per-view. No, we're going to do the match every week and then go to Backlash probably, or Saudi. But I like the double count out because there's more to tell here. Bronson and Lashley is just, I mean, that's an epic encounter. That's something that I could believe in, man, and that they would actually have a beef and a feud and could be a really good PPV premium match. So I don't mind this double count out. I wish they didn't even cross paths in a match yet, but they did. It's the right outcome. Let's have them run it back and let's make it more pristine going forward. It just, for some reason, Bronson Bobby, it just makes sense to BC, man. But that was hour two, man. I can't even make that shit up, guys. The first full half an hour of hour two was a bunch of filler shit. And then the end was just Bronson and Bobby, for the most part. The end of hour two actually began Cody's promo, and that leaked into hour three, I should say. But for the most part, hour two, not a lot happening there, man. And as I said, it went over to Cody Rhodes to start it. Hour three. Cody Rhodes doing what Cody does absolutely sets the microphone on fire. He tears up those who claim he's got to earn it. And I just love how they added that into the promo, man. Like all these people saying he's got to earn it. He's got to struggle. It needs to be a redemption story. He needs to face adversity. And Cody looks right at the camera and he's like, all I've been hearing about is this, I have to earn it. And he goes over all the reasons why y'all should shut the fuck up with your earn it shit. The whole story has been him overcoming the adversity and the struggle. The whole story has been about redemption on the grandest stage of them all. Come on, bro. I love how Cody lit them motherfuckers up last night. And then it went into the Brock Lesnar talk, and he lost everybody. And it's not Cody's fault. He was told to go out there and sell the match with the guy who doesn't show up to work. And he's like, Roman? And they're like, no, Brock. And Cody's like, oh, the other guy. Because that's all that Cody's doing. He's having feuds, stories, angles with people that don't show up to work. Cody's being asked to do the work of God. Make something out of literally nothing. So that's what Cody did again last night. But because there's no reason for Brock to do what he did, and the reason they're giving is absolutely ludicrous, batshit bonkers if you think anybody's going to believe in that and go, oh, I can't wait to see this. And that's when he lost the crowd. He lost BC. He lost all of us. The reasoning is so stupid, we can't get behind Brock and Cody. And that's a shame, because Brock and Cody is a good fucking feud. Or it should be. Should be a good match, you would think. But we can't get invested into it because WWE didn't fucking think. WWE botched it starting on Sunday night, and they have never corrected it. They didn't give an ounce of fucking care into this shit. And then you go into this fucking match. By the way, unit, you go into this match. Neither guy can... Brock Lesnar's just going to lose. But he has to, because I don't even trust this company. I don't even trust the company. Do you know they could do something stupid like have Cody lose in Puerto Rico at Backlash? Do you realize that this company is so fucking stupid, they could make him lose? And you would still get the dumb fucking schmucks like Bubba Ray Dudley, who goes, this is great for Cody. This is adversity continuing. All the momentum in the world. 3 straight victories over Seth Rollins. The overcome fucking torn back, the coming back, busting his ass to get back in time for Rumble, getting the fucking Rumble, and then he just goes on a losing streak. So the fucking simpletons who need adversity can get their rocks off. So that they can approve by the time we get to a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania 40 or WrestleMania 57, they can go, okay, we approved it. He can now get the title. We have a sufficient adversity. He's earned it. You can go ahead with the title change. Oh, thank goodness, simpletons. Thank goodness you're now on board. Do you realize that this company could absolutely make him lose to Brock Lesnar? That could happen. I don't even want to think that way, but that's what this company could do. A snap of a finger, just when you think it can't get any worse or they can't make a stupider decision, a worse decision, they somehow will fucking do it. But if you watch this promo, man, the crowd was lost once he started talking about Brock. That tells us everything we need to know. That WWE botched this, man. The crowd can't even get behind this. And the dude's not going to show up to work. Maybe once or twice he'll come across Cody's path in the next 4 weeks. That's it, guys. And then you're trying to sell me that the Roman storyline is not over. Bullshit. That's over. We closed the book. Now we're starting a new book in 6 weeks. That's what you're telling me with Cody and Roman. And that's only if they go back to Cody and Roman, folks. That's only if they go back to Cody and Roman. Sooner rather than later. But that's a new book. A totally new book now. Just with the same characters. Don't feed me bullshit like there's more story to tell. Acting like WWE knows what they're doing with the story. They don't know. You're sitting there trying to defend WWE when I know for a fact they don't know where they're going. You saw that the last week. Open your fucking eyes. Use common sense and logic. They don't know what they're doing, folks. They're winging it right now. And then you wonder why the crowd was lost. Because literally, like I said, it doesn't make sense and you've already lost us. And when you lose us from the jump, we're lost before you ever had us. You never even had us. Hour 3, my boy Chad Gable is in action. You know what that means, unit. You know he's going to eat another L. This company puts no stock in Chad Gable, even though Chad Gable is one of the best pro wrestlers in the fucking world, easily. Hour 3 begins with the Usos versus Alpha Academy. This was a good match. Crowd was so behind Gable and Otis, guys. So behind Gable and Otis. But if Gable is in the match, they're not winning shit. WWE just doesn't see anything in Gable, sadly. Sure enough, Usos hit the 1D on Gable. Gable actually takes the L again. For the pin, 1, 2, 3, Usos take the match. I'm not saying Usos should lose that match. I'm just saying neither can Gable at this point. But it's a running joke probably in the locker room now with the suits and ties. If you're wondering, Chad Gable has only won 2 matches in his last 50. 50 matches, only 2 wins. Out of his last 75, he's only won 5 matches. 5. So even if you say wins and losses don't matter, it's entertainment, baby. Our subconscious is taking inventory of wins and losses. That's the problem. That's how we decipher kind of who's a winner, who's a loser, all that shit, right? So subconsciously, you're wrong. Wins and losses still matter. I love how Cody said that in his promo. He's like, my friend Matt, I talked to my friend Matt, and he said, at this point in your career, do wins and losses even matter? And Cody's like, you're damn right they do. Then what's the point if wins and losses don't matter? I love how Cody said that shit. With Gable, guys, it's gotten to a point where, I mean, even if he goes on a winning streak, is it now going to be believable? That's the problem that WWE has created. If you're just a simpleton and you're willing to just let everything WWE does fly, and then you come across channels like this and you're like, you're just being mean, Beasley. You're just negative, man. Well, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm literally saying that it's harder for us fans that use logic and common sense and want to suspend the belief, the disbelief. We want to suspend it. But when we watch a guy lose nearly 100 out of his last 100 matches, nearly, and then all of a sudden he wins 4 or 5 in a row, 6 in a row, it's not so realistic. That's the problem. So then it's like, okay, how do you even dig out of a hole where you lose nearly 100 matches out of 100, guys? I don't even know how you dig that out of that hole. I don't even know how they resurrect Chad Gable. And Otis, poor Otis is an afterthought. This poor guy, do you guys realize, you probably forgot this, so let Professor BC fucking remind you. This guy was a Money in the Bank briefcase winner / holder. He never even got a chance to defend it. Hands it over to The Miz. Miz doesn't even fucking cash in properly. But he hands it over to The Miz. Then he's brought back to NXT. Comes back, loses his personality. Loses every fucking match he's in, basically. And it's almost like he's going through the motions these days. Have you guys seen Otis? Even though he's got a little bit of that personality back, it's almost like he's going through the motions, and it feels like he's out of shape, like he's getting winded easier. Every time he does the fucking worm, the caterpillar, whatever you want to call it, he gets up and he almost loses his balance. He just looks like he's much more unhealthy and like he just stopped giving a fuck. And I almost don't fucking blame him. Not on the unhealthy part, but the not giving a fuck part, because you're only going to collect L's anyway. You're only there to enhance other talents. At that point, you're just considered enhancement talent. You're no better than Barry Horowitz and the Brooklyn Brawler. Does anybody in this chat remember Barry Horowitz and the Brooklyn Brawler? Anybody? Because if you don't know who they are, they were just glorified jobbers back in the day. Every single time you saw them in the ring, you knew that in about 2 minutes they were going to lose the match. That's it. Now, sadly, Chad Gable and Otis are no better than Barry Horowitz and the Brooklyn Brawler. And that's fucking sad. Because one of those guys is one of the best wrestlers in the world, I feel, Chad Gable. And the other guy, Otis, should have been on top of the wrestling world on 3 different occasions, or at least part of on top of the wrestling world. He had everything to keep rocking with the momentum of the briefcase. So, congrats to the Usos. I'm not saying they should have lost, but this match was odd to me. And the simplistic W over Chad Gable is just another notch into the hole that has been dug for Alpha Academy. I don't understand how you possibly dig them out of that hole now. I don't understand. We're almost at 300. Let's just rock this live, man. If there's 5 people out there that didn't smash that up, now's the fucking time. Let's get Amplified live. 300 plus. Let's go for that shit. There's no reason to be mediocre. There's no reason to go through life like a simpleton jackass. All meek and shit. Hi, everybody. My name is Niles. Can I have a candy bar? $17? Awesome. Oh, get amplified. $17? How about I put my fist through your dome piece? I'm giving you 50 cents and I'm walking out with the candy bar. And if you follow me, I'm snapping your fucking neck. Get amplified. Oh, there we go. We just shot over 300. You guys are awesome. So there was 30 people out there that didn't smash that up yet. That's what that tells BC. You got to remember that helps the algorithm, guys. Good shit. Now, moving on. Oh, Iyo. This is actually a bright part of the program. Fuck, did you guys see Iyo last night? Did you fucking see Iyo last night? Salute! Iyo Sky versus Munchkin versus Piper Niven. It was a triple threat. They alluded that the winner takes on Bianca, but they never really officialized that. If you guys go back and watch, they never put an emphasis on that. It's almost like they're unsure of it. They did the Adam Pearce thing with Bayley and Damage Control backstage, and they were upset that Bayley was in the match. And then they alluded to it like a time or two, but they never really said, like, the winner is taking on Bianca, like their hashtag in the top left corner. They didn't put that in the graphic. They didn't talk about it during the match. There was not a real emphasis. It's almost like they want to go back on that if they change their mind going forward. It was real weird. You would have thought there'd be a lot more talk about Bianca's getting the winner of this match. But it was Iyo versus Munchkin versus Piper Niven. Now, BC honestly thought that I've never heard a more quiet reaction, negative decimals, than when Omos comes out, right? I mean, when Omos comes out, it's actually sad. Like, nobody like, even makes a golf clap. Nobody makes a golf clap. So, Munchkin comes out, and it's like, wow, she's on that level. Munchkin gets a negative decimal reaction. Nobody gives a fuck about Munchkin. Munchkin comes out, and the audience, no lie, there's a kid yawning and stretching, like putting his arm over his mother's fucking shoulder. He's yawning. He's like, it's fucking me, a Munchkin. There's a dude next to him who's just like, I mean, the crowd was sad. And Munchkin's trying to work the crowd. She's going to the fucking rope. She's trying to fucking hype people up. Nobody gave a fuck, dude. Nobody. That was sad to watch. That's what happens. And H brought her back, and this was during H's regime. Almost everybody that Triple H brought back, he has not booked them properly at all. So everybody that gave Triple H all this credit when Vince was supposedly more retired than not, I hope you're holding him accountable. Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Mia, Candice LeRae, everybody has been booked miserably under Triple Paul Levesque H. Doofus son-in-law. Very odd how he's booked these people. Iyo was out there, man. Iyo wasn't just the star in this match. She was the fucking match. A highlight reel from start to finish. This was the Iyo that BC said is one of the best female wrestlers in the world. I have said that from day one. Last night, you saw what I was talking about. She put that match on her fucking back. She was a highlight reel. She was the star. Iyo defeats Munchkin via the over the moonsault on both Munchies and Doodoo, by the way. She landed on Munchies and Doodoo. And she ends up pinning Munchkin. So now with all of that momentum, let's feed her to Bianca Belair. Isn't that what's happening? I mean, it's obvious they just need somebody. They've already faced each other, I believe, but let's just do it again and let's somebody has to be fed to Bianca. Do you guys think that Iyo's winning this match against Bianca? That would be badass. Iyo's more than fucking deserving, obviously. I gotta do another poll. Hold on, don't answer that yet, Unit. I have to poll you guys on that because that's actually a good question. Does Iyo defeat Belair for the Raw title? Oh, you motherfucker! You know what? You know what? He's saying bye. He doesn't want to stick around for the rest of the Raw review. All right? Pissed off, Paulito. Pissed off, doesn't want to. So you know what? Here, get the fuck out. We'll bring the fucking coffee meter back. How's that? Here, take this with you. I'm gonna smash you when I'm done with this shit. Anyway, does Iyo defeat Belair for the Raw title? There you go. That'll be up in your chat within the next 10 fucking seconds. No, answer in the poll, Unit. Answer in the poll. I just put that up. I need at least 100 of you guys to vote. Shut your fucking mouth. You wanted to run away from the fucking review. Now all of a sudden you want something from me? No. Get the fuck out. I'm gonna beat your ass later. $100 votes already in 10 seconds, guys. 69% say Iyo does not defeat Belair for the Raw title. 32% say yes. I'll let that go until at least 150. 34-66. A lot of you guys are saying no. I don't see how you beat Kana Asuka and just give it to Iyo a month later. I don't see that either. And I think Iyo is one of the best fucking pro wrestlers in the world for the females. And I would love to see her win a championship. And I will be more than okay with that call. I just don't see how this company's going to do that. 68-32, $1.50. I'm going to end the poll there, guys. Over 150 votes in just 30 seconds. The results will be up in your chat within the next 15 seconds. 68% say no, Iyo does not defeat Belair. 31% say yes. So we'll see where that all irons out. I expect that to be Backlash Puerto Rico, right? JR9 Gaming, are you thinking it's going to be Backlash, correct? Neon Firefly, more than you know, bro. More than you know. Absolutely correct. JR9 does think, yeah, that's going to be a Backlash match. So, yeah, I don't see how that's... I mean, I just don't see how they're going to give that to Iyo when they didn't give it to Asuka. And on top of that, where the fuck do you even take Asuka from here? How do you bring back Asuka? I think she's a little bit in the doghouse for what she put on her social recently after Mania. But, because she has not been on Raw in the past 2 weeks. And she, after saying that shit. But when she does come back, I don't even know what you do for fucking Asuka, guys. I mean, this women's division is in turmoil. And you can't blame anybody but 3H's, correct? I mean, this was his specialty. He's the head creator. That's his role. Can't just blame Vinnie Mac on that, right? Or no? Are we just doing the Vince bad, Triple H awesome? Are we playing that game? Yeah, Damage Control, they already planted the seeds for them to implode. But Iyo Sky, what a victory last night. And she just looked like Iyo, man. I have not seen that Iyo in months. So when BC's saying she's one of the best female wrestlers in the world, her performances, a lot of people are like, who didn't know a lot about Iyo, they're like, BC, are you sure? Because I'm not seeing it. And I'm like, yes, I'm not seeing it right now either. But trust me, Iyo is one of the best female wrestlers in the world. Mercedes Moné will tell you that. Charlie Flair will tell you that. Becky will tell you that. Jordan Gracie will tell you that. Deonna Purrazzo will tell you that. Anybody who's got common sense and logic will tell you she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, man. Saraya, everybody will tell you that. Mickie James, Gail Kim, Iyo is that person. But I just don't think that they're going to take the title off of Bianca with Iyo. Gotta see, man. But it's huge. Does this lead just to being fed to Bianca? It looks like that's where they're going. Then we go into the main event, Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. This was supposed to be Sami Zayn versus Solo, which would have been a rematch from just a few weeks ago. Solo defeats Sami via the spike. You guys remember? Maybe you forgot. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to forget about 4 weeks ago. That's going to be your main event, damn it. But because of supposed travel issues, they switched it to Kevin Owens versus Solo. Okay. People, my amplified unit like BC, we didn't forget about that either. That was also 4 weeks ago on a Raw. No holds barred match main event. Solo versus Kevin. So, the Sami Zayn bullshit. Okay, the travel, that spared us the same exact fucking match we saw just a few weeks ago. However, the replacement Kevin Owens, for those that use logic, common sense, and basic memory, we just saw Owens and Solo last month, just a few weeks ago, a street fight. No holds barred street. I think it was a street fight, wasn't it? I think that's what it was labeled. So this is a downgraded Dollar General version of what we've already saw 4 weeks ago. So how is this fun? How is it? We saw a street fight between them 4 weeks ago. And this week we just see another match. That's like Edge and Balor going inside a Hell in a Cell and then a week later on Raw having a match. Just a match. Okay, well we already saw the fucking Super Bowl. Why do we need to see the season? Could you imagine if we started the NFL season with the fucking Super Bowl? And they don't think about what's fun, what's intriguing, guys. They don't. They're just trying to rehash the fucking Usos and Sami and Owens. And that's what I mean. There's more story to tell, basically. No, there's not. They're just having another match at Backlash, guys. That's not a storyline. There's no story here. They're just having a 6-man tag because they have nothing with Solo, so they're going to add him with the Usos, and we're just going to get another 6-man with Sami and Owens. They just needed a 6th guy, so they brought in Scooter McGee. Choo-choo! Watch out, guys! Beep, beep, beep! My scooter's coming through. And there's Scooter McGee. He's going to be on every fucking show because, brand split. That makes sense. And because Scooter McGee is joining with Sami and Kevin in this 6-man, I'm supposed to be, people in my amp unit are supposed to be excited for this? If you're excited about it, good for you. I'm not even shitting on that. If this is fun to you, awesome. But don't expect everybody to be on board with this. This is stupid. This is fucking not fun. This is lame. This is lazy booking. You have a 3-hour Monday Night Raw. You're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate company. You're going live on national TV. Live. Prime time. And the best you got is Sami versus Solo. But why? We already saw that. Yeah, it was weeks ago. Yeah, but travel issues, they said. Okay, so we're going to put in Kevin Owens. But we just saw that a few weeks ago in a street fight. This is just a downgraded Dollar General version of that match. Yeah, but it was weeks ago. But we don't forget. No lie, guys. I had a good friend come in at about 10:51 p.m. Eastern time last night. 10:51. She comes over. She had a lot of business to do during the day. And we have a lot of things to go over after Raw last night for a big business trip coming up this week into next week. So there's still going to be content on the channel, guys. A lot of it might be audio format only for the next week. But we're still going to have just content galore, man. But a lot of it might be, the podcast might be straight audio format because we have a lot of traveling to do. So my good friend comes over, 10:51 p.m. And the first thing she says when she sees because this match was on, And she says, oh, is this a rerun? I swear to you, that is not a joke. She said, oh, is this a rerun? As if WWE Pro Wrestling does reruns like it's The Simpsons, like it's fucking Friends. I'm like, rerun? And then I thought about it. Even though she doesn't know a ton about wrestling, she's seen Kevin Owens in Solo so many times that to her it was a rerun. I just got goosebumps telling that story. That's how pathetic this company is. And you expect them to bring back casual fans? Is this a rerun? You know what I said? Basically, I had no comeback for it. I had nothing else. It's a rerun. It's a fucking rerun. And that's what the company does. They just rerun it. They just reruns. It's just put the same matches. Same matches. I can't tell you how many times we've seen Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory on Monday Night Raw last year. Probably fucking 17 times. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw 1,000 times. They just rerun it, and they go, I don't know why they're not having a good time watching. I don't know why they're not having fun. I don't know why they're not intrigued. They're hate watching. They're negative. We're putting out really good shows. Exactly right. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Because they don't want to take the time to get creative. That's too much work. They're too busy trying to rake in every penny they can, man. They're making record sales. Business is booming. For the fans, it's horrendous. Business is booming. They're liquidating. Do you realize they're getting $50 million from Saudi every show? That's the reason they're making record revenue. I want to make this clear, guys. They make that's right, $54 million every time they run a show in Saudi. If you run 2 shows a year, you have just got over $100 million for 2 shows. 2 shows. You add in the $1 billion from the Fox deal, the Peacock streaming service deal, and yes, they're making record revenue. But guys, when your fans walk away and you're not getting those type of deals within 5 to 10 years, it's coming soon, trust me. Good luck. Good luck pulling the record revenue. You're going to have to come back to the fans that you said fuck off to, and you're going to have to go, how can we get back into your good graces? How can we bring you back? How can we make you happier as a fan? Because right now they're liquidating. They're getting the massive fucking deals. Good for them. Vince is coming back and he's making the big deals. $100 million every fucking 2 shows in Saudi. Great for them. That's great. Does nothing for us. In fact, it puts them into a realm of complacency. They're making so much money, they don't have the fucking time to book a good show for us. I don't have time. This is Doofus' son-in-law and fucking Wrinkly McGee, Vince McMahon over there. This is them in the boardroom table meeting and all the fucking whoever's there. And they're like, we don't want to spend even 20 minutes talking about Cody's trajectory. We don't want to talk about when Roman's coming back, why Brock did what he did to Cody. We don't want to think about Bianca's or a logical answer as to who's taking on Bianca Belair next or why we had Kana Asuka lose. What the fuck we even have for Asuka in the future. We don't want to give a reason as to why Matt Riddle, a Raw star, is on both shows heading into Backlash, because that's the report. He's going to be on every show selling the Usos feud. Why is Rey Mysterio wrestling every week on Monday Night Raw when he's a SmackDown guy? Why are we doing the fucking draft in several fucking weeks with no game plan? We don't want to answer any of these questions. We're too fucking lazy to do that. That's WWE. In a nutshell. And they know they can spit anything out, and people are going to fucking tune in anyway. They're going to buy all the merchandise, pay for the fucking seats at astronomical rates, by the way. If you're wondering any other area that they're making record revenue, their audience has dwindled down. They lost a shit ton of their audience. But the ticket sales now are 14 times what they were just 7 years ago. But there'll be those fans, and then there'll be fans like BC and a lot of you who tune in out of habit and hope. Habit we've been watching since we were kids growing up, and we just still do that on Monday nights or Friday. And it's a habit. And we tune in out of hope, hoping that it gets better. There's fans like us that we tune in out of habit and hope. And as long as they have those two groups, business as usual. It's a fucking shame, man, that no care gets put into this. And people actually come across channels like BC's and they're like, man, love the product a little more, BC. I mean, you're a little too harsh, man. No, I'm critiquing the show. I'm telling you what it was like, what I liked. Okay, that's opinion. Fuck your opinion. I don't even care about my own opinion. Okay, I like this. I didn't like this. That's fine. But when we start talking facts, what was good and bad, what's right and wrong, this show has a lot of bad and a lot of wrong. No, I'm not just going to let the company off the hook just because you might cry from the review. Go find someone else. I'm not going to give you what you want to fucking hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so that we can maybe, if somebody ever listens in that company, help them. Help us help them. Fuck. So this show, let's in my header for this vid, I asked, did WWE RAW 410 improve from last week? Yes, it was a much better show than last week because nothing could have been worse than last week, you would think, right? Last week was an abomination. Last week, I mean, they were literally throwing people out there last second. They were cutting people's time. They were the whole show was nonsensical to the exact definition. So anything they did this week would have been better. But was this a good show? Far from it. If you liked it, that's fine. That's an opinion. That's fine. Nobody's going to bash you for your opinion. But if you're trying to sell the wrestling community that this was a good show, you'd be wrong. Because I dissected it better than anybody in the community is going to dissect this. Nobody does it better than BC. I literally break down every fucking scenario of every segment. So no, it was not a good show. Sorry, not sorry. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Love to be the bearer of bad news. I don't mind it. I'll be the asshole. I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole. I don't care. I'll be the fucking asshole, but I'm going to be the fairest asshole. I'm going to be the most truthful fucking asshole. You want me to have a more positive review, you have to put together better shows. If you put together better shows, you get a more positive BC amplified. It's that simple. If you put together a mediocre or a bad show, don't expect BC to praise the shit. I'm most likely gonna destroy the shit. Appreciate the truth bombs in the chat, by the way. I appreciate you guys so much. We're headed on to 400 live, guys. Early morning into the afternoon on a Tuesday, and we're about to hit 400 on the ups. That's going to help the algorithm big time, and it's going to give a softball to the future amp unit. The ones that were not able to catch this live, they're going to have an easy 500 goal to hit. You guys are making it easy on them. They're going to have to thank my unit that was live. Appreciate it, guys. That was your Raw review. A big portion of this amped up podcast was, of course, for that review. So, Sir Charles is giving a shout out to the future unit. Fuck yeah, I will too. Future unit. Welcome. Even though you're not live, so you still have to do your due diligence, especially if you're a gold member. If you're a channel member in the future, you definitely have to smash that up. No ifs, ands, or buts. Let me go over to my supers, man. Before I get into anything else, I want to go over the supers. I know there was a bunch of them that came in. I want to start from the jump. Before I was even live, I knew it, man. I knew it. Ash Steggles. Live, man. Before we even went live, Ash Steggles, man, sent over a couple of coffees with that 10 spot. I may be in the minority on this one, but Give me heel Trish versus Bianca for the gold, and I'm sold. Ash, I don't mind that, to be honest. The problem is Trish would have to be handed over to Bianca on a silver platter. Bianca cannot lose to Trish. And I don't know if Trish should be losing before Mania, and that would be the match, because that wouldn't be a Mania or SummerSlam match. Or maybe it would be. Either way, Ash, I'm okay with that. Trish would have to do the deed for Bianca. And I don't know how you get past Iyo just to go over to Trish. That's making Iyo look like an idiot. The point is, if you do it correctly, I could be on board with that, Ash Steggles, no doubt. Salute, brother. First super before we were even live, and Ty Bat Metal 9. Tay Bat Metal 9 with that 2-spot was before I went live as well. We need Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns, just saying. Tay Bat Metal, good to see you up in the chat. You know I'm down, man. I think Kenny Omega is such a good wrestler. He hasn't been showcased as properly as I would have put him on a pedestal the last several years in AEW. I wish it was just much better focus on him. I think being an EVP really hurt him, Cody, and the Bucks. They just don't know how to book themselves being EVPs, and it hurt them. But Omega versus Roman Reigns? If you tell me it's double the price, I'm taking out the wallet. Here you go. I mean, absolutely. I'm down for Omega and Reigns. Omega... Oof, I don't know how you do that. Imagine Omega versus Roman for the title. There would be such a beef in the community. People being like, Omega should not be the one to come in and take the title. A lot of people going, it makes perfect sense. He would be absolutely the person to do it. Could you guys imagine if Omega came in and defeated Roman Reigns for the titles, bro? How do you guys feel about that in the chat? Omega defeating Reigns for the titles, bro. But the match I would absolutely be down with. Muhammad Isa, 550 coffee. I would honestly have Iyo Sky win the Raw Women's title and shock the wrestling world. Muhammad, you would have no complaints from me. Bianca would be just fine, just like I said with Kana Asuka winning the title at Mania. Bianca would lose nothing from this. You stem up another badass feud from it. Bianca doesn't need the title, that's the thing. She's honoring it nicely. It's prestigious. She's had a decent run at the very least. But it wasn't, I mean, Kana Asuka could have probably easily won that match and in that title, and everything would have been A-okay, no harm, no foul. If Iyo wins it, I'm sure some people will cry about it. I would be more than willing to go along for that ride. Bianca will be fine. Iyo gets to finally showcase the star that she's always been. So, Muhammad, exclamation point, bro. Sheriff Rivers with a 3-spot coffee says, I may be in the minority, but what the fuck was this show? A clusterfuck of everything of nothingness. Every part of nothing that you can imagine, you stuff it onto a show. Of course it was going to be better than last week. But if you're asking me, does anything make sense? Is there any storyline right now that we're sinking our teeth into? There is no storyline right now in WWE that is fun. And we were told coming out of Mania, we're continuing fun stories. That's why some of the outcomes happen on Sunday, because you got to be patient. We're going to continue stories. We're not continuing shit. There's nothing right now in WWE that has any of us, if we're being honest, any of us intrigued. So Sheriff Rivers, a clusterfuck of nothingness. Mr. Rogers! We about to lose Mr. Rogers. Kind of already did to the New York Jets. But as of now, he's still the dude, man. We'll see what Jordan Love has, Mr. Rogers. 10-spot, couple of coffees. Cody simply doesn't miss with his promos. Straight fire. Mr. Rogers, he was legit just feeling it last night. You're right. He always strings together just epic promos. And the crowd, he started to lose the crowd when he started to talk about Brock. And that's not his fault. That's because nobody is invested into this because it was not done properly. And they still don't know why Brock did what he did, and they're not telling the story properly. And when that happens and they lose us from the jump, if they've never had us from the jump, good luck trying to get us going forward invested into this. It's not going to happen, man. It's sad to see what happened with Cody and Brock, and it's all because of WWE's fault. And yeah, Mr. Rogers, Cody Rhodes is just, he checks off every box. That's why to many, he is the guy. And it was a massive botch Sunday night, last Sunday. Mr. Rogers, appreciate it. World of Wrestling, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, brother? What a lame reason for why Cody versus Brock is happening. All because he opened Mania. What a dumb reason. World of Wrestling, exclamation point. I already spoke so much about it. I know I'm going to have to talk about it in the future. They don't know what the explanation is. World of Wrestling, WWE doesn't even know what it is, bro. So whoever's giving them the benefit of the doubt and going, hold on, guys, be patient. We're going to find out why, and it's going to be epic. You're giving WWE way more credit than they deserve. They don't have a fucking clue. Otherwise, Monday night, we would have known. It's because Cody should have had the title, and that would have made sense, because Brock can't take on Roman anymore. But they botched it Sunday night. Roman took the titles. He's more part-time than ever before. Roman is doing what Brock always did, just fucking hogging up the titles, blocking all the lanes on the highway so nobody can get by them. And Roman Reigns is holding the titles hostage. Meanwhile, Cody's got to put another feud on his back with somebody that doesn't even work. Another part-timer like Brock. And the story began nonsensically with no realistic meaning behind it. So it is stupid. Well, but I guess Amplified Unit, we use too much common sense and logic. World of Wrestling, tell me about it, bro. Sheriff Rivers with a 6-pack, couple of coffees. Twitter told me that Zelina deserves a shot with Rhea because it's in Puerto Rico. What the fuck? Twitter told you. That's more reason to get the fuck off the cesspool, Sheriff Rivers. You know that, man. You can't hang out over in those cesspools, bro. There's better things to do. You got to get amplified in the real world. Sheriff Rivers, Rhea Ripley versus Zelina because they're in. Oh man, and that's the problem. I could be okay with that if you did things correctly going forward. Like build this shit months in advance. Zelina has been nothing going into Mania and coming out. A 4th, 5th, 7th wheel in LWO. And all of a sudden, she's going to get a title match with Rhea. I probably do see that happening because Judgment Day and LWO have their little thing. Oh, Sheriff Rivers. Another 5-spot, another coffee by Sheriff Rivers. Says the women's tag belts get passed around more than Kim goes through men. Are we talking Kim Kardashian? Because you'd be right on the money there, bro. I love little Zelina. I really do, guys. But you're asking us to care about a title match and for a pay-per-view, Premium Live, that's in 3 to 4 weeks. The 6th, I believe, of May. I believe it's Saturday the 6th. So, 3 weeks from Saturday. And you have not built Zelina at all to look like a fucking challenger. Rhea Ripley just went to war with Charlie. Rhea Ripley's on cloud fucking 9.5 right now. And I'm supposed to believe, and I love little Zelina. And I know Rhea needs opponents, but this is what I mean. This is a premium live event. This is barely the opener to a house show. Allison Tuckwab, 4-spot coffee, no words needed. Allison, I appreciate you, appreciate the coffee. Good to see you up in here. Justin Jones, 5-spot coffee. They fucked up. The fucked up part about all of this is that WWE was this close to having a real resurgence in itself, but they have regressed so hard now. Justin Jones, no doubt, bro. Going into Saturday night's WrestleMania, there was a buzz. WrestleMania was, it was stacked. All you got to do is do the right calls, man. Make the right decisions. Not because we want our favorites to win, because it's the right moves. We already know what's happening afterwards. Not just with Roman going home with the title and all that, but just we know the trajectory. So just do all the right things, and we're going to come out of Mania fucking revised, revitalized. And then Sunday night happened. And then Monday night happened. And then Friday didn't do any better. And then last night happened. Still, more questions than answers. Nothing makes sense. No intrigue or excitement going forward. And you go back to just a week ago, going into WrestleMania Night 1 Saturday when we were all WWE had a pulse. And now, once again, it's on life support. Justin Jones, it's fucking pathetic how fast this company can turn that switch from decent to really fucking outrageously bad. LGM 2022, 5-Spot Coffee. F Bubba. No doubt F Bubba. Fuck Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm telling you, man. It's the right call on Sunday. It's the right call because me, Bully Bubba Ray, said so. It's the right call. You're going to have to be patient and see how it's all going to manifest. People aren't thinking. Everyone's stupid. They're not thinking. Bubba knows best. Bubba's in the locker rooms. Bubba knows what's going on. It's me, Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm the best when it comes to wrestling knowledge. You got to listen to me, Bubba. Cody's going to be bigger than ever because me, Bubba, said so. SummerSlam, if they give it to Cody, it's going to be even bigger than Mania because me, Bubba, said so. I am so glad that Cody Rhodes said fuck you to the Bubba Rays last night. To all those that thought they needed adversity and struggle in a redemption story, Cody looked right at the camera and said, earn it? I am it! My entire career has been earning it. My entire career has been the redemption story. My entire career has been adversity. My entire career has been struggle. So yeah, LGM 2022, fuck Bubba. Mike Goldrin, 2-Spot, no words needed, just showing that love and respect. I give you a swig, I'm out of coffee. Maybe some drops out. I finished the whole coffee. I was so amplified this hour and a half, guys. I'm out. I gotta go I'm gonna double fist a Starbucks and a Dunkin' after this, guys. I'm gonna go fucking hit up all the coffee shops. I'm gonna have like 12 coffees all at once. I'm gonna be power bombing baristas, throwing fucking baristas through fucking walls and windows. It's gonna be a ball. It's gonna be a blast. Mike Coldren, I appreciate the coffee. Neon Firefly. Good to see you up in here, man. 10-Spot, couple of coffees by Neon Firefly. I appreciate that, bro. This Cody thing is ridiculous. I was literally using about every curse word Sunday night and Monday. Even if he gets it at SummerSlam, I will not be as excited. True, utter bullshit. Neon Firefly, that's the problem. And I know I'm like a broken record at this point, but that's the problem, Neon Firefly. It's the problem that no matter what, you could do this at SummerSlam, you could do it next year at WrestleMania, it won't be as big as it was on WrestleMania. Just because a few folk need to see more struggle, he needs to earn it more. No, not happening. Most of us did not need to see, wait 4 more months to see what we could have gotten on the grandest stage with more people in the stadium and more excitement, more intrigue, everybody on their feet for the conclusion for most of the match. No, we didn't have to wait 4 more months for that. It's all, and everything that happened afterwards is a trickle down effect. Shit trickles downhill. And that's what's happened. Nothing makes sense now because of the botched booking on Sunday night. So Neon Firefly, no question, bro. Mr. Big 200, 3-month membership. I want to give a shout out 3 months in a row to Mr. Big 200. If Brock says he attacked Cody because he was in the main event and he had to start the show, I'm going to flip tables. That's the word we're getting so far, Mr. Big 200. Appreciate the membership and that gold card status, man. But that's the word that we're getting. Guys, we're about to hit 400 live. No shit. I think I see like 3 left. It's like 397 right now. So if one more person out there did not click that up, I don't know what you're waiting for. Be number 400, man. You gotta catapult that son of a bitch. Appreciate that. Neon Firefly, no question. But none of it makes sense, man. That's WWE in a nutshell. That's their tagline. It shouldn't be you, us, we, together forever, blah, blah, blah. No, it should be WWE. Everything we do makes 0 sense. WWE, want nonsensical bullshit? You came to the right place. The Ghost from the Coast, 10-Spot, no words needed, just showing that love and respect, throwing BC in the channel a couple of fucking coffees. I appreciate that. Ghost from the Coast. with that 10 spot. Savage, 1024. The Punisher's up in here. What up, Savage? Good to see you, brother. Savage with that 5-spot coffee says Cody needs to leave WWE because Petty H is going to replace his golden shovel for a platinum shovel to bury Cody Rhodes with it. Yeah, Savage, I mean, you know, Cody is still a big superstar. You hear the pops that he still gets. There's a lot of people so firmly behind him, and he's got a lot left to do in his contract with WWE. It's not a situation where he needs to leave. But yes, he does have to be careful how he's booked. I believe H absolutely holds vendettas. He doesn't like the throne to, or the sledgehammer to his throne in AEW. He doesn't like the fact that Cody was a part of AEW beating the shit out of his NXT and booting them to Tuesdays, Das Boot. And H holds grudges. We know that. We know that for a fact. He's done it his whole career. We know VKM. You cannot trust him as far as you can throw him. So you are kind of correct. Cody has to be careful how he's booked. Because if it's consistently bad, by the end of his contract, his value will be less than when he left AEW. So you got to be careful with that. Savage 1024, The Punisher. Appreciate you, man. Muhammad Isa with an 11 spot. A couple of coffees, man. I'm so tired of people generalizing their opinion. If you don't like Bray Wyatt's supernatural stuff, fine. But don't say stuff like, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, why? Is that still the conversation in the interweb world? Because you guys know I don't participate in all that shit. So I don't know what everybody's talking about in that realm. But at this point, I would think Bray Wyatt is just talking about how Bray's done with WWE or something drastically bad happened. Because there has been just no mention at all, bro. Even if it's a health thing. I understand, privacy is first and foremost. But you would think that because fans would be concerned, maybe, that there'd be some type of a statement. Not all the details. Stay private. I get it. But some type of, statement. Nothing. So something bad happened with Bray Wyatt and World Wrestling Entertainment. I think that takes precedent over whether his supernatural works or not. Otherwise, Muhammad, I totally agree with you. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. It's still the top-rated segments. It's he's the top merchandise seller twice over Roman at 2 different times. Metrics all show Bray as number 1 or at least top 3 most of the time. So if people don't like it, that's fine, but don't act like it didn't work. I agree. But right now, we have a bigger problem with Bray Wyatt and WWE. And that problem is, there's a massive problem with Bray and WWE right now. Muhammad. Much love and respect, brother. Ash Dangles! Ash! Another 10 spot. Couple of coffees. Ash is rocking it, man. Knowing those two that book this shit, they are going to have Lita and Trish versus Becky and a mystery partner, which would be none other than Charlie Flair. Oh, don't say that, Ash, because that could happen. And you know what, Ash? Charlie could win the tag titles, and then Charlie will go and win the Raw title from fucking Bianca Belair. She'll be fucking Charlie 2 belts. Might as well have her defeat fucking Rhea at that point and make her Charlie 3 belts, because knowing Vince and Triple H, they love her so much. That's right, Triple H loves her just as much as Vince. Triple H books her just as dominantly as Vince did. And here we are 8 years later and there's no connection. But don't be surprised if one day you see Charlie 3 belts. Ash Steggles, we kind of joke about it, we're kind of serious. Savage, 1024 The Punisher, 5-spot coffee. What was the entire purpose of Trish Stratus turning heel on Becky? There is none other than to turn heel, Savage. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. What's the purpose of having Lita and Becky win the titles if a month and a half later they lose them on a Monday Night Raw the same way they fucking won the titles? What's the meaning to any of this? I don't understand any of it, Savage, and that's the problem. That's all we're trying to say on review shows like this. We're dissecting the good and the bad, the right and the wrong. If you like it or don't like it, that's fine. That's opinion. But we're dissecting what's working, what's not, what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong to help the company and to help us understand so we can get behind this shit. Until that happens, Savage, the answer is there is no purpose. Neon Firefly, 2 spots. So Rey gets Hall of Fame and then is jobbed out. That's what happened, Neon Firefly. I mean, he won WrestleMania, And then it's just lower than 50-50 booked after that. 2 straight losses, once against Austin Theory on the red brand, even though he's a blue brand competitor. And then the following week, he's starting off the red brand show, losing against coup de grace, Finn Balor. I don't understand why Rey would have to be booked like that, coming off of a big W over his son, but that's what they do. They 50-50 book you. They make sure that you're not going to be a bigger star than the people they chose. They'll put Bianca right there, but they will never give her enough publicity or enough of the rocket to make Bianca pass Charlie Flair. You ever notice that? No matter how much Charlie loses the title, she'll come right back. She'll win it again. She'll be on all the billboards. She'll be on all the fucking pressers, right? Same thing with Roman, right? Even now, as hot as Cody was, and we all know that was the moment on Sunday. Nope, you're not going above Roman because that's the hand-picked dude. And even when it comes to mid-carders, they have just chosen ones, and everybody is going to play their role and toe the line. You're not going to go above that. You're not going to go above 50-50 booking. So Neon Firefly, that seems to be exactly what happened. Savage, 1024 the Punisher with a 10 spot, couple of coffees. So basically, Vince just brought back Trish to be in a nonsensical match against Damage Control, and 2 weeks after turn her heel after a match, WWE Booking 101. In a nutshell, I wish I had something different for you, Savage, right? To clear the air a little bit. Make it make a little bit more sense, right? Make it sound better. You just said it in a nutshell, bro. I didn't book it. Blame them. That's their logical way of thinking. And it's completely batshit illogical. I'm just glad there's people like you, Savage, that understand by using logic and common sense, you understand how batshit bonkers this is. How this is just fucked up and bad. I think, or let me say I am so thankful that I have my amplified unit, because we are the smartest wrestling fan in the community. Otherwise, you'd be watching Busted Open with Bubba and being lied to and fed WWE BS and horse shit. Not on this fucking channel. I'm so glad that you guys understand. Even if you like some of the show or all the show, at least you understand why it doesn't make things better or right. And going forward, it actually muddies the water even more so. I think I got all my supers. Savage 1024 the Punisher on a few coffees. Neon Firefly on a couple coffees. Ash Steggles kicking us off, chucking coffees at the channel. Ash. Muhammad Isa, one of my tried and trues. The Ghost from the Coast, chucking coffees. Mike Holdren, LGM 2022. Justin Jones, Sheriff Rivers. Allison Tuckwab, World of Wrestling. Good to see you up in here. Mr. Rogers made a cameo. Ty Bat Metal 9. To all my supers, man, I appreciate the coffees. It's never needed. It's always appreciated. If you want to tip the channel, that's on your accord, man. I appreciate the next level of respect and support of the channel. And speaking of, one of the highest ways you can do that, of course, is channel membership. I call it earning your gold card. So then I get to have members only chat live streams. And then basically you guys are like my board of directors. We need to shoot the shit, and my gold unit needs to be on fucking pace and on board. So what I want to do right now is give a massive shout out to every single one of my members, my gold card members. Christopher Blackshear just came up in this bitch. WWE gets 2 fuck yous. Christopher, exclamation point ×2, bro. Good to see you up in here, Christopher. I appreciate the coffee, man. Deontay Thomas came in at the last second with a 2-spot coffee. Do you see Cody winning or Brock? Deontay, I don't know. I was just talking earlier. WWE could do some ballsy, batshit, bonkers, ludicrous, stupid shit and actually somehow make Cody lose this match in Puerto Rico. And it would feed the appetite of those that think he needs struggle and adversity. He needs to earn it. It would feed their appetite. People like my amp unit, like you, Deontay Thomas, like BC, we'd be befuddled by that decision. So I don't know, bro. I truly don't. I don't know Deontay Thomas. I was just thinking myself, like that's something that WWE could do. They could absolutely. We could come out of Puerto Rico with Cody losing again, just to say fuck you to the fans too, and try to rile us up, you know, and then laugh at us. Oh, they're irate. They're yelling and cursing on their YouTubes. Look at them. We pissed them off. It's not in a good way, bro. I mean, you literally suck the air out of wrestling fans coming out of WrestleMania. We're not excited going forward. We're not talking about WWE in a positive way. It's like when Roman used to get fucking booed out of the building. It's not because we were having fun. It's because we didn't want to see him on our TVs. People in attendance, and it's usually better live. It's a much better atmosphere. They were telling you live they didn't want to see Roman in the ring. And until he turned heel, that's what we were doing. It's the same thing now. I mean, we're so befuddled at this botched call Sunday night that we're not talking about this in a fun way. We're not like, oh, I can't wait for the redemption win. You sucked the life out of pro wrestling at that point because it was so ludicrous, and everything coming off of those decisions doesn't make sense for the future. Brock and Cody is a prime example. You fucked everything up by making bad, horrible decisions on Sunday night. That's the deal, guys. That's not my opinion. You're seeing it yourself. The Scarecrow, exactly right. Roman had go-away heat at that point. That's what we were calling that. That wasn't a fun boo. Like, this is so much fun. Like heel Roman gets now. Or now it's like, it's funner, it's better. He's the dude now, one of the dudes. Okay, that's different. But back then, exactly right. We call that Roman go-away heat. You know, we're not talking about WWE in a fun way right now. We're befuddled that they could be that stupid on Sunday. That's not good. So could you imagine if he loses to Brock? I mean, I don't want to see Brock necessarily lose on B to C level premium live event pay-per-views. I don't want to see Brock lose necessarily, but he's got to against Cody. Cody cannot take another massive L like this. Just so they can laugh at us. Oh. Look at them all cry. Yeah, that's what we're doing, buddy. That's exactly what we're fucking doing. We're fucking befuddled that you could be so fucking stupid. We're probably crying that somebody could be this fucking ignorant in life. That's sad to the point where probably people are gonna fucking bawl and tear their fucking eyes out. There's people that stupid? That's right, buddy. It was me. It was me all along and my doofus son-in-law. You thought nobody could be stupider. You haven't met people like us. You got that right, Vince. So Deontay Thomas, it could happen, bro. You could honestly see. Cody Rhodes lose to Brock Lesnar at Backlash, and I don't even know where the fuck you go from there, bro. Dr. Smooth, dude. 5-Spot Coffee. What up, Dr. Smooth, dude? I think Roman won because WWE wants to push Roman Reigns as another wrestler to be considered the GOAT in their eyes, like John Cena. Yeah, but it ran its course, bro. I was an advocate of the long title reign. I love it. Multi-year title reign. Book the dude. You know, I like the fact that he doesn't show up every show. I said that a million times. I took a lot of heat for it. Makes him more special. I get it. But you have to know when the story ends and to start a different book. You can even have the same characters. That story ended at WrestleMania. And for anybody going, there's more story to tell. Paul said so. No, there isn't. You're seeing that. You're seeing it. You can try to revisit it after Backlash. It's going to be a different book, either way you look at it. It's a different book. There's not more story to tell. It's done. I don't even want any more fucking wait with 3. That's it. The story ended at WrestleMania. I'm fatigued from the fucking story. I am done with the fucking... I'm even done with Sami and Kevin in the fucking Usos right now, in the Bloodline. I'm done. It's done. It ran its course. That is what you call long-term storytelling. You gotta know when it ends, folks, and when you're reaching new fucking levels of exhaustion. Fatigue. This is now what I'm calling storyline fatigue. If you think I'm going to get excited because Scooter McGee is tagging up with Kevin and Sami to take on the Bloodline. Oh, I can't wait for 4 more weeks to see another 6-man tag. This time with Scooter McGee. Storyline fatigue right now. It all ends at Mania. That's where you finish the stories and you start anew afterwards. Dr. Smooth Dude, totally get it. Total botch. Thank you, brother. Good to see you up in here, man. Shout out over to Deontay Thomas with a 2-spot coffee. Do you see Cody ever winning the titles? I don't know anymore, Deontay. Coming out of Mania, I would have said, yeah, once they fulfill everybody's appetite of the redemption story. The fucking stupid thing that it is. But now, you never know with WWE. They change their minds, blink of an eye. Blink of an eye, snap of a finger, they change their minds. And they don't have a plan going forward. I know they don't have a plan. They can't be bothered to give a damn to create a plan for the future. That's why you're seeing such weird shows lately. So, Deontay, I can't give you a straight-up answer. I would love to say, of course, Cody's going to get a world title and one day finish his story. When the wrestling community has deemed that he has earned it properly. But I don't know with Vince and Triple H. They are so vindictive. They're so petty that I wouldn't put it past H or VKM. 3 H's or VKM to do him dirty and even filthy. And that is what you call amplified truth, by the way. All right, unit. What I was going to do is appreciate all the coffee. You guys are the fucking best, man. What a 2 hours it has been live for this amped up podcast. I want to, however, go over to my channel members, and I want to give you guys a big shout out live, if you don't mind. This is up to date. The Tube updates this every hour, so in case there's cancellations, new members, anything like that, every hour the Tube will update this. So I'm going to have a fresh list right now for you guys. And before I do, Ash Steggles with that 10 spot. If I could turn back time, I am definitely holding VKM and Triple L by their grapefruits and telling them to put the titles on Cody. Ash Steggles, we all will be there with you. The problem is they would not listen. But of course, that would be one of the top fucking missions if we could turn back time to Sunday night especially. Definitely holding VKM and Triple L by their grapefruits and telling them to put the titles on Cody. and you know what? Hindsight 2020, right? Now people that were saying it was the right call on Sunday, a lot of them are changing their tune now. They're seeing how bad the product got afterwards. They're seeing there's no storyline progression. They're seeing that. Ash Steggles, everybody's seeing that, dude. Ash, it's appropriate you started the Supers off. It's appropriate that you ended the Supers, bro. Appreciate you, Ash. Hold on, guys. I got to get over to the... Got to get back. At some point today, I will be able to get to my channel members. I promise you. Ash Steggles knows, man. Roll call. We do this in the Yankees organization, guys. If you ever go to a Yankee game, we call them the bleacher creatures, and we roll call everybody who's playing on the field that day. We give them a roll call. And the Yankee, who we call their name, they tip their hat to us. It's one of those traditions we've done for years, decades. So that's where I came up with the roll call, guys. You guys don't have to tip your hat to BC, though. I know you are. Anyway. Just got to get over to you guys first. Hold on. All right, now I can do it. Oh, no. Carlos said not so fast and just told Ash Steggles to sit the fuck down. You are not going to end the stream. You started it. Carlos Rey, one of my main tried and trues, is going to end this bitch with a 20 spot. Carlos, first of all, good to see you up in here, man. I don't get to see you up in here too often anymore. I know life happens and you're doing things. Hopefully all is good, Carlos. Carlos with a 20 spot, 4 Starbucks, and 6 Dunkins for those keeping track. Thanks for the stream, brother. Thank you, Carlos. I know you're not up in here as much, but it's always good to see you up in here, dude. That's a good way to end the stream, seeing Carlos up in here. I appreciate the coffees, but you being up in here much more. Carlos Rey, man, with that 20 banger spot. And Carlos, I know you're a gold member too, Carlos. Let me find the list. Okay, here we go. Roll call, JR9 Gaming. My right-hand man on the channel happened to be the first ever gold card member. That's just the way it worked out, man. I didn't put him at the front of the list or nothing. He just was the first one. JR9 heads the heap. Carlos Rey, I'm bumping you up for that 20 spot, man. I see your name up there in the 7th, 8th spot, wherever it is. Carlos Rey, gold team. JR9 Gaming and Carlos Rey, man. Jack Brewer is a gold card member. Jack Brewer, I don't know if you're live right now, but I know you'll be catching this later. Godswilla. What up, Godswilla? I know I saw you earlier live. Gold status, one of the first members. Jacqueline Robinson. Sir Charles. Sir Charles up in this bitch. Hold on, too. I want to do something, man. Be a little bit easier for me. Sir Charles, you still up in here? Appreciate you, brother. Hold on, guys. I had to fix something. All right, there we go. All right, so I got Jack Brewer, Godswilla, JR9 Gaming, Carlos Rey, Jacqueline Robinson, Sir Charles, Sadiqa Flowers. I see you, Sir Charles. Salute on that gold status, brother. Always good seeing you up in here. Sadiqa Flowers, Anthony Boley. What up, Anthony? Ray Foreman, Kim T, Dante Jaron 23, A. Merrick. Man, we got some old timers, man. Some tried and trues from when we started this thing, like A. Merrick, for instance. Dante Jaron 23, basically. James Miller. What up, James Miller? Eric Leno. Eric Leno, right when I said your name, bro, I saw you up in the chat with some fucking banger truth bombs. How funny was that? I said Eric Leno. I looked to my left and I got Eric Leno with the fucking truth bombs. That was awesome. I don't know. That got a pop out of BC. Eric Leno. Appreciate you, brother. D. Carre. Saeed Parker. CJ White. I just saw you in the chat, man. I can't scroll back, but I just saw CJ White with that gold status in the live chat. CJ White with that gold card. Much love and respect. I appreciate you, bro. PB Silly Pride. I haven't seen PB Silly Pride up in the chat in a while, but I know he catches this after the fact. PB Silly Pride, appreciate you. Sam Byers. Sam Byers, much love. Hey, Janelle Layton, 2-spot coffee. I see you, Janelle. That blinks up in a blue fucking glow on my mid-screen. So Janelle just glowed out of nowhere, man. Thank you, BC. Have a great day. Appreciate the coffee, Janelle. Do me a favor. You have a great day, and I mean that. Have an amplified day. Whatever you do, wherever you go, whoever you come across, be, stay, absolutely amplified. Think, be, live, amplified. Janelle Layton, appreciate you. CJ White, PB, Silly Pride, Sam Byers, Ash Steggles, who's been fucking awesome in another stream today, like he always is. Ash Steggles, I gotta give you a round of applause. I'd give you a swig, but I'm all out of coffee. I drank it all. That's how amplified I was in the first hour of this amped up podcast. Ash Steggles, I appreciate you, dude. DJ is I got 5% battery, guys. I'm gonna try to do this quick now. DJ is a prodigy. Alicia Vukovic, Batty Banks, Trina Scott, Pimp Jesus, Janelle Layton. Janelle, who just sent over a coffee. Blast off the day, Janelle. Kick ass. So good to see Janelle up in here. Raymond. Hold on, where was I? Raymond Karan. Nessie Sunflower. Discovery Metal Legion, Santivia Major, Jared Kelly, James Shrimp Fajitas, G, a.k.a. True Life to God. Hey, James Shrimp Fajitas, by the way. Keep rocking, bro. G, a.k.a. True Life to God, K. Doherty, Christopher Blackshear up in here. Network guy Dave, J, Dwayne Piazza, Quentin Gilbert, Pile Driver Finisher, Savage 1024 The Punisher. Pile Driver, I see you up in the chat too, bro. Appreciate the gold membership. Savage 1024, Brand Q featuring Quincy Gray, Rachel Rocca. Rachel, much love and respect. Mr. Big 200, Smokey, Jamal Straken, Venus Soldier 92, Robert Hurt, Snake Venom, Silver Black 31, Jimmy Fingers 19. Sterling Range, Ozzy Edwards has been awesome recently. Ozzy Edwards through the channel a bunch of fucking coffees and it's just been amped up lately. Ozzy, appreciate you. Clutch City fan. Taryn Dawn, Jane Donnelly, what up, Jane? Jane Donnelly, Buggy, Unique Butterfly. Buggy, what up, Buggy? Unique Butterfly. Ray Hunt, salute. Kevin Johnston, Sabres News Consolidated, The Up Channel, Colin, Blitz 2K5, Dave Mealy, A Flock of Morons, Angel Alega, Renee G, Big Nang, Jason Martinez, Richard Rodriguez, Mardo May, Kevin MD, Ty Drew, Richard Wade, Neon Firefly, Thurston Pachalek, John Gray, Cosmic Fool, Ryan Matina, Nah I'm Good, Brian Robinson, Dino, Winbrook 11, DC Lanier, Ash Sims, Daniel Punson, AWS Promotions, Soldierman 1984, Jay Khan, Lee Laws, Muhammad Isa, Willard Bayless, Sean, Freestylers Inc. Podcast, Deontay Thomas, Patrick Charles, Sheriff Rivers, Ramon Brown, Spicy Mama McCaleb, WWE AEW Marvel fan, Notorious Nikki Smith, Nick Clark, Chris, aka King Wolf, K-Wow, Nathan Savay, Swift 718, Tacos for Tonight, Cruz Madrid, Caitlin Lee Hagar, Red Jester 88, Go Jackets, Woo, TJ Baines, APW, Carlton Bartley, Chaos CAK, The Script Keeper, Psycho on Crack, Mike Coldren, Profound Mogul, Rage Hall, Bad Big Dog 95, D Block 85, Maximus Sage, Titan Poetic Chef, Jimmy J 145, Josiah Cooper, Ron C 23, and Eric Newton. Unit that was on 1% battery, guys. We somehow got over nearly 150 amplified unit members. Gold team, gold status. Appreciate you guys. Salute to you all. I'm about to run out of battery. So this is where we say, until next time, and there will be a next time. Think, be, live, amped always. Top guy, I'm out. BC saying check you. Salute, unit. Salute. I gotta go get coffee. I gotta get coffee. Salute.